everybody, and welcome to Top Comics to Pre-Order in a Flash. I'm Andy,
I'm Matt.
and we're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. And this is our real quick show. We're going to show you some of the best books coming up that you can pre-order over at infinityflux.net. And we've got a couple of really big ones to show off, so let's get into it.
Before we do though, you didn't tell me you were going to wear that.
Oh
One of
no,
us is going to have to change now.
embarrassing. Yeah, head over to our website because we have these new Halloween shirts
They're very cool.
designed by Julia, who works here.
Yep.
Very nice. But speaking of Punisher,
Yeah, so Punisher #1. This is a brand new Punisher. The solicitation describes this as John Wick meets the fugitive. So Frank Castle is not the Punisher anymore. He has disappeared. He has gone somewhere else. But this features a new Punisher named Joe Garrison. He's a retired SHIELD agent, a retired SHIELD Black Ops agent, excuse me, who is brought back into the action after his past rears its violent head. So, what does that look like? Why is he doing what he's doing? And is he going to make it through? You'll have to read to find out.
next up, I've got Supergirl special. This is interesting. It kind of comes off the tail of the Power Girl special one shot. And in this one, it sounds a lot like the Power Girl one. Tara, Supergirl, is kind of can't find her place in the super family now that Power Girl's there. They're the same person, just from two different worlds. And so she's going to go from the city to the stars to try to figure out her place in the super family. So I'm excited to see how this sets up the future of Supergirl.
Next is Daredevil Black Armor #1. This is going to be another one of the miniseries that Marvel likes to do that's set back around the time of the stories in the 90s. This is actually written by D.G. Chichester, who wrote Daredevil back in the 90s when he was wearing this black armor. We don't really know what the story's about yet, but we do know that in issue 2, Hobgoblin pops up, Kingpin, Spider-Man, Sabretooth on the cover. So if you really like that era of Daredevil from the 90s, definitely pick this up.
Next up, I've got Star Wars The High Republic #1. This is our third big #1 for The High Republic, but that's because this is the beginning of Phase 3, the official ongoing series of Phase 3 for The High Republic. This just continues the story that actually ended in the end of Phase 1. So if you enjoyed that one, you'll definitely want to continue into this one, where after the Starlight Beacon gets destroyed, all craziness breaks loose in the galaxy, and it's up to the Jedi to try to make calm everything. But definitely let your store know if you're getting the previous one, because they may not necessarily sign you up for this next one. So let them know you still want to be on Star Wars: The High Republic.
Next is Thanos #1. Thanos versus the Illuminati, which sounds really, really cool. Thanos comes to Earth to retrieve something that he's lost. The Illuminati band together to stop him because they are the ones who hid the thing from him in the first place.
Illuminati.
Yep.
Okay, next up is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom special one shot. So this is going to be a comic that's going to bridge the story between the first Aquaman film and the new one, Lost Kingdom. This is going to have 3 different stories in it, one focusing on Aquaman, one focusing on Black Manta, and one focusing on Orm. So if you're excited about that movie, you kind of want to see what's been going on, definitely check this one out.
Next is Somna #1. So this is the new a new series from Distillery. This is going to be written and drawn by both Becky Cloonan and Tula Lote, which sounds really, really cool. It's set in the 1600s. It is about one woman's escape from a terrifying witch hunt. There's been a murder. She thinks she knows who the murderer is, but while she's trying to track down the truth, she is also being stalked by a shadowy figure that she begins to be drawn to.
Next up is Savage Red Sonja. So much in the style of the new Conan book at Titan, Dynamite is doing a Red Sonja book that is heavily inspired by the classic Robert E. Howard pulp sword and sorcery tales, as Red Sonja must seek a lost gem from a crumbling city. So sounds really fun. It's spearheaded by Dan Panosian, who did this cover. Very excited about this one. I love the new wave of sword and sandal stuff we're
Yeah,
getting.
it's great. And next is What If Dark, the Tomb of Dracula. And this is essentially what if Dracula transformed Blade all the way into a vampire, which sounds pretty cool. And also, Marv Wolfman is going to be writing this. So Marv Wolfman did a big run on Tomb of Dracula back in the day, and he is coming back to do this book as well.
New spicy book alert. This is Red Light from AWA. This sounds really interesting. This is actually the Frank Cho cover for this. And in this one, it's about Lacey, who works in an AI brothel. But when she befriends Natalie, who is an orphan child, they try to break out of this world. But it all leads to the mystery of who is Lacey's creator.
Mm.
So it sounds really cool. It's going to be a 4-issue miniseries. And that is it for Top Comics and Pre-Order with Flash. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to head over to infinityflux.net where you can go ahead, get your early orders in for all these books, and get your order in for these t-shirts, and the order in for the new special cover
That's right.
for our Archie book coming out. And stay tuned for our video coming up on Friday, where we'll be going over these books in a lot more depth, plus so much more to let you know about the fun stuff that you can order. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time,
See ya.
see ya.